Welcome everyone to the start of Season 8 here with Partizan Belgrade. We've had a classic good start, 3 games, 3 wins, but there's been some massive transfer business. We've got one big out possibly on the horizon, but we've managed to pull off an insane transfer coup. I really have no idea how we've managed to get this player in our team. So without further ado, let's go. Yeah, everyone, as I said, we've had 3 games so far. 3 simple wins, no complaints. Ristic back in the goals again. Dela Basic actually managing to score a couple of times. Jovic with a hat-trick. I'll show you his third goal because it was bizarre. And then Maicon just scoring out against Javor Matis last time. And the game we're going to show today is against Stancom, who have had another good start. I think they're also got 3 wins from 3. I did say we got a big out, and it is none other than Mr. Filip Ristic. So Spurs bid for him, and he was like, yeah, I kind of want to speak to Spurs, but they only bid something like 25. I think we managed to negotiate with like 32 mil. I was like, no, we can get more for that. So he was like, no, I want to go. He wasn't happy. And I was like, well, I'm not going to like actively look to sell you because you're a very valuable player. And then City bid for him, and he was like, I want to go to City, and nothing you can do is going to convince me to stay. So I was like, oh, right, okay. So I negotiated it up to, I think, about maybe like 46 mil guaranteed, maybe, with up to possibly like 50 mil in add-ons or something like that. I thought, you know what, I'm just going to offer him out for 55 and see what happens. Leipzig come in, bang, 55 mil up front, no add-ons, just 55 mil in one, and we've got a percentage sell-on from that. So we rejected the City bid. We've then offered him out again for like 60 mil, but no one's bitten yet. But possibly getting 55 mil straight into the bank for Ristic. But the first sale that we did this summer was Jovan Šljivić, someone I had zero intention of selling at all. But Villa came in for him. There was a few teams sniffing around, but Villa bid for him, and it came up, saying, is very interested in making the move to Aston Villa. Will take some convincing to stay at the club. And I just thought, you know what, like, I can live with selling him. So we sold him for 15 mil. Part of me thinks, could we have got a little bit more for him? But, yeah, I'm not going to shake look that gift horse in the mouth. We also sold Paulo Vitor in the end. Wasn't something that ordinarily I would have actively done, but he was showing consistency issues. He seemed to suffer niggly injuries, and whenever he played, he would either be probably the consistency, he'd either be brilliant or very meh. And he was constantly complaining about not being able to play all the time. He was one of those, one of the foreign player issues that we have. So he's gone to Olympiacos. He's gone for 9.25 mil up top with 11.5 mil in add-ons. So we're still making a profit off him. Another player we'd had some issues with, who wasn't happy about game time, was Dusan Pajkariga. And he's someone who I was trying to integrate him into the team, but a load of teams just hit his release clause of 6.5 mil in the summer, and we obviously weren't going to be able to negotiate that while he was unhappy, like negotiate a new contract for him, so he left. And then a player who's been on our books for a while, and I see I'm having issues trying to loan players out to Serbia. So obviously, I've talked about second yellow card before. His videos are brilliant. If you've not seen any of them, they're really, really good. And his Build a Nation save is really interesting. He seems to somehow loan a load of players out to Hungary. I don't know if it's because they don't have the foreign player rules, but I tried to loan him out. I tried to loan Sebastian Fuentes out. I've tried to offer them out to loan to Serbia, and no one comes in and bites at all. No one is like, no, I'm not interested, which is really frustrating. And then Greuther Fürth just came in from nowhere, and I think we've negotiated that up. So we're making a very slight loss on him. But, he's hit the ground running there, so fair play to him. And then this is where things start getting spicy. So these are our incomings. So our scouts found this guy, Stefan Choquet, out at Red Star in France, not in Serbia, not our rivals, Red Star. And he looked great, 19 years of age. And I think his release clause was something like 3.4 mil, 3.6 mil. But he wanted a loan move, and I was like, that's fine. And again, I'm like loaning him out, and so far only Strasbourg are interested, and I can't get him to go to Serbia, and I want him to go out to the Serbian team, and just cannot get him to do it. But he looks brilliant. Now, I know everyone, you're probably thinking, no way has TJ just billed this Staffan Shoke as our big money coup signing. Like, what's he chatting? He's nothing special, blah, 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 blah. He's some new gem we've never heard of. Don't worry. Yes, everyone, bona fide, absolute nailed on FM23 wonder kid, Dennis Simon, plays for us now. Don't ask me how. I can't remember which came first, whether we just thought, oh, where's Dennis Simon at? Or whether our scouts found him for us. I can't remember which way it happened, but it came up that he was still at Stuttgart somehow. And I was like, I mean, I've got Victor Lopez. Victor Lopez is good. He could be better, but he's good. Our budget was 29 mil, and I was like, I don't know where to spend this. We've done the Shock deal. I was like, there's areas that I want to improve, but I don't know where or how. Like, we've got so many limitations, blah, 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 blah. And then the Slivic deal went through, which left us with about 45 mil. And Stuttgart, it was listed as wanting like 42 to 50 something mil for him. So I thought, you know what, we'll just try it. We'll just see what we can do. And we managed to agree an instalment package. It's saying totaling 76 mil. I think that is appearance based because it's 69 mil potential cost and add-on. So 69 mil was the upfront and the instalments package. And I think the 7 mil is like performance related bonuses basically. But look at him. He's immense. He's so good. Absolutely transforms our team. His value is now 110 to 148 mil. So he's someone who can easily be the keeper for the rest of the save if we can keep him. Easily. He can be, if we get there, fingers crossed everyone, Champions League final goalkeeper. I know we said we want to have a homegrown Serbian team, but at the same time, if it comes to playing some random Serbian no-mark or playing Dennis Simon, I'm going to play Dennis Simon if we get to the final. Failing that, his value just goes up and up and up, and we sell him for like 200 mil or something like that in like 3 seasons, and he just funds a whole renovation of the squad. But yeah, we somehow signed him. We have been fending a few bids off for Sahi Dabina and Lomolino De Araujo. De Araujo wanted to leave. He wanted to go to Leeds or someone, but I was like, no. Like, if they want you, they can offer us a bit more money. So we've agreed that they have to offer 18 mil before we'll sell him. And Sahi Dabina, just a few random lowball bids, and he's not interested, so he's staying for now. So yes, like I said, we're playing Stankom now. I'm going to avoid playing Mistic because his morale is pretty low. I know he did score a couple of goals at the start of the season, but he's unhappy. And with him going in the middle of a transfer bid, I'd rather just keep him out. So I think we're just going to go with the 4-2-2-2, which worked well for us last season and has so far worked well for us this season. We're still a little bit hamstrung in terms of who I want to play. Like, I'd like to give Walter a bit more game time. He came off the bench in the first game and set up a goal. I'd like to play Angulo, I'd like to play De Araujo, I'd like to play Abina, I'd like to play Preda, but we're just limited still. So I'm trying to work my way around it. I don't know if some people are going to have to leave, but the problem is there's not good enough quality of Serbian internationals out there that I feel like we could strengthen the squad with. So it might just be that I just buy just players that are good for the league and they just play in the league just to help allow us to fit other players in. I don't know. I'm not sure. Really, what I want to do is trim the squad, personally. I want to get Bilatovic out on loan. I want to get Shoke out on loan. I want to get Medic out on loan. And who we talked about? Fuentes. I want to get Fuentes out on loan. So, yeah. I want to try and get all them done, really. But, yeah, this is the team we're going to go with. So, Rogan, Jovic, Romanchuk, Stridi, Bajetic, Lukic, Jovic, Šveš, Delabasic and Maicon because Alexic is injured. And I will show you that Jovic goal before we finish the episode. There's still been no bids for Delabasic. I am wondering if they might start creeping in as the window goes on. I did say in the last episode that there were a couple of teams sniffing around, so we'll see what happens there. But as it stands with the way the squad is and the balance in sort of foreign and native, would we class them as native players? It might see us reverting back to the 4-2-3-1 a bit more because that suits our like midfield options a bit better. We're less like limited by having like Maicon up front. Obviously, the reason why this tactic worked so well. And Simon's just conceded his first goal, and it's Jovan Lukic. Yeah, Simon's kept clean sheets up to now. Yeah, it's because we had Ristic and Delabasic who could both play up top, with then either Jovic and Alexic or Shresh in behind. So yeah, that was that's why I've enjoyed this, because it's worked so well. But you know, it means then that if we have Maicon, we play Lukic in the middle over Angulo, for example, or you know, we play Jovic instead of Preda, or Ragan instead of Abina, for example. Blah 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 blah. So yeah, that's something that I am considering doing. Is that swap back to that tactic that, to be fair, it has worked so well for us over the years. We are also now considered a club icon. Is that the second one? Yeah, favourite personnel icon legend. We're now also considered an icon after our third consecutive double last season. So yeah, as it is. Oh no, so Stancom obviously drew a game at some point. Oh, we just hit the bar, and the keeper just didn't seem at all concerned about it. Yeah, because this is going to put them a point ahead of us as it stands, so we need to turn that around. That's going to go back out to Jovic, and can he whip it in? He attacks the byline, should have crossed it a lot earlier than he did, but he chose to dribble. He's got dribble less on as well, so we're going to put him on to cross more often. Because, you know, when you've got two strikers in the box like that, peeling off the last man, you just want that ball whipped in. Weird that with dribble less on, he chose to dribble rather than cross or pass. Yes, good tracking back. What can he do? Romanchuk. What can he do? Bajcetic. What can he do? Finds Ragan. Nice. Good press resistance there from Bajcetic. Delabasic, yes. Jovic, come on. Lovely bit of possession retention. Delabasic, I hope he's onside. Finds Maicon, please. Oh, I hope Delabasic stayed onside, because that was a lovely bit of football. Kept the ball so well. Lovely passing move. Great ball over the top. Oh, Delabasic was offside. I did think he might be everyone. I mean, you can't see from that. You can only assume. He obviously was, though. That's frustrating. Just keep doing that, though, and I think we'll be fine. Might see us change formation at half-time, potentially. I don't know. Good hands from Simon. Come on, let's get it forward now. Shresh was the furthest forward then. Come on. Yes, Bajcetic. Jovic is not injured, booked. Great. Shresh, back to Rogan. Come on. Poor pass. That's why I think Abina is generally the better ball playing fullback. So that's why I'd like to get him in the squad more. Jovic not having a great game. Oh, Shresh nicks it. Go on, Shresh. Come on. No. Don't do that. Don't do that when you got passes on. So yeah, we are just going to revert to the 4-2-3-1 for this half and see if we can kick on with that. Just to try and offer something a little bit different maybe and see. That's terrible. Such a sloppy pass from Ragan. If they score here, I'm going to be livid. He's getting berated for that. That's terrible. Might have to do some jiggling with the team here, try and get some other people in. Lukic somehow keeps hold of it there. Maicon's in. He hits the post. Oh. Right, subs. So we made a few subtle changes. Well, not subtle. Milicic has come on for Striddy, which has allowed us to bring on De Araujo for Jovic, and Mancia's come on for Maicon. bet the ref's going to look at that for a penalty. Yeah, they always do. Even when it looks like the most inconspicuous of challenges, they always just go, "Oh, what's that penalty?" I've had that a lot recently. Looking at things which clearly aren't penalties, and then they just end up not being penalties. I really want to take Lukic off, but I can't get him off because I've got no one else to bring on for him. This is abysmal. Whimpering here. I mean, see, I'm just looking through the players that our scouts are currently looking at from the Serbian league, and the best one is this guy, Dejan Milenkovic, and great mentals, really good physicals for 20. His technicals just aren't good enough, like, to play in our midfield. Like, he's no better than anyone we've got, and you just got to issue a game time then. Yeah, frustrating, because like the squad, if we look at the squad, so we've got, I mean, this isn't even like what I would class as our best 11. Really. Like, obviously Ristic is probably going to go, but he would obviously be in there. But I think we're going to have to start going back to this. And then we play Dela Basic. Because then with this, you see, we can play Dela Basic, Shresh or Jovic on the left. And then we would play Alexic. I can't remember what he did. He's out for a bit longer. I think he broke something or fractured something or whatever. What did it say? Oh, sprained ankle ligaments. So we play that, and then we'd have Angulo there, and we'd probably play Lukic or Bajcetic there. And then what I'd probably do is do that, and then that maybe is probably what I would. Let's see what the assistant says is the best 11. So he's saying Angulo, Lukic, Romanchuk, Jovic, Filipovic, weirdly enough at left back over Stridi. And Rogan still, De Araujo, Ristic, Shresh and Jovic, he's saying is the best 11. See, Angulo is, to be fair, probably a better DLP than Volante. Well, there's no probably about it he is, but I'd have to swap that and have DLP there. And then Volante there. Just because he's left-footed, like very left-footed as well. So, well, reasonable strength on his right, but prefers his left. Yeah. Anyway, obviously we're waiting on the Champions League. What have we got? Have we got anyone in there at the moment? So Red Star played in the Champions League already. Let's see. Are they out already? It can't be out already. Surely not. Surely they're not out already. Oh no, they still got to play. They're playing against Cercle Bruges. They won at home 2-1. So can they get the win on Wednesday and get through to just be into the third qualifying round? Ugh. Who else did we have in competitions? I think we've got Vojvodina. So they've got the Europa League third path. They're playing against either Vitesse Lodz or Wolfsberger. I probably butchered that one. Vidsu Lodge, I think is it. Is it? And who else is playing for us? Is that it? It might be it. And then I think it's Stankom and Gat. Oh no, they are in the Conference League. So if we go up to the Europa League, has Stankom played yet? Playoff? No. So yeah, Stankom are going straight in at the Europa League playoff. And Gat lost their first game 2-1 against these guys who are from Bosnia. Oh, very topical. So that's a big game. So they've got to try and overturn that in the second path round. But yeah, we need as many as possible. How are we looking at the moment from the teams we've had? Just a 0.5 at the moment. Okay. Lot to build on. Anyway, sorry everyone, I've taken up enough of your time there. I will see you all very soon. It'll be the Champions League when I next see you. Might be the first game, might be the second or third, I'm not sure yet. But I'll get through these games and I'll bring it back for you very soon. Take care everyone. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Bye for now.